Well, welcome to my channel. And no, you do not have to subscribe. You do not have to do anything. In fact, you don't even have to listen to this. You can just move on to another thing on YouTube. So now that I've said that, because I feel like YouTube sometimes can be very structured, and you have to. No, you don't. You don't have to subscribe to this, but this is just my own kind of diary. But I've been thinking a lot about something, and it's the impact our parents, the impacts they have on us and how we raise our own kids. I know you're like, oh, maybe, whatever, but that's like no brainer, right? But seriously and sincerely, though, I was telling my husband last night, I don't think we've ever had a conversation. We've maybe had conversations like that, but not to the depths, because it was kind of happening in real life, so it made sense altogether. I might have lightly said it anyway. But I remember growing up, my dad being my dad can be a workaholic as well. I remember on one instance when he said, when we told him we were about to leave Nigeria for the US, and he wanted us to, I can't remember how that conversation started, but we all decided that one of the landmarks in Lagos, Nigeria, was the Bar Beach. That it was, because at that point I was almost 17 and I've never been to a beach before. So he said it was, so we asked him, or he asked, or whatever, however that happened, we ended up saying, okay, so we're going to go to the Bar Beach before we leave Nigeria. So it was me and my siblings, three of them. We got in his car and he took us there. I bet it did not happen the day before, the day after or anything. I bet it happened like maybe weeks after. But I remember it was weeks before leaving for the US. And then we go to the Bar Beach, and my father literally made us take off our shoes, which we did. We entered, we were parked right at the edge of this beach, and we just entered through one of the long openings. And that was my first time on Victoria Island as well. It's a kind of seen as the place for rich people. Anyway, that was my first time there that I can remember. Aside from when we went for, I think, the visa interview or something. But outside of that visa interview, that was my very first time on on the beach or on the island doing something else aside from business. So we literally took off our shoes. We dipped our leg maybe about 1 or 2 inches or so into the water, and then it made us taste the water because it wanted to tell us how salty it was, and that was it. And we got out and we got back in this car, and that was it. That was the outing. I know COVID definitely messed up a lot of things, but plus or minus COVID, my son will be 4 this year, my oldest, and my youngest would be 2 this year. Actually, what am I saying? Yeah, right. Wait, 2020, 2021, 2022. Yeah, it'll be 2 this year. I almost confused myself for a minute. But anyway, and we've actually not like taken them out. Like, this going out is for you guys to just have fun. Well, we did one trip with two of our other family friends with their kids, and we went to the zoo sometimes last year. But for me as a mom to say, oh, I'm taking my kids out to da, we've never done that before. So yesterday, just randomly, instead of cooking for my husband or making lunch actually, I told him, I'm like, you know what? You might have to figure out what you eat for lunch today. I'm taking the kids out. I'm like, do you want to go? He said, I have other stuff, because we're not really spontaneous. I can be spontaneous, but my husband isn't. And it's like, well, I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. You just do all the that you have to do. I'm just gonna go and let's see how this works. I'm like, what do I even take along with me? How do I even dress them up? Anyway, I wore their boots, t-shirts, and long sleeve under it because it was a little cold. And threw some Capri-Sun and snacks and extra diapers for my youngest, and then off we went. I did not even know where we're going. I didn't know if we're going to the trampoline place that I heard somebody lightly talk about, or there's a synergy, like a main event where you play and then watch movies and bowling and things like that. That was a lot closer to us. I said, let's just go straight to that one. And we did. I remember getting there and their eyes were like that. My youngest was like, and my oldest just kept looking around, trying to figure out where you know how you enter into main events and it's like music on the background, like really loud banging music. He kept looking around and they started showing them all the games. Then I put some money on the card. Then we started swiping and oh my gosh, they had so much fun. And after doing that for a while, we went bowling and ooh, oh my goodness, it was a lot of work. I felt like I was one bowling. So I had to carry all the heavy bowling balls or whatever those things are called. It was fun. Then JD got hungry, my hostess, and then we had some food and then went to see a movie. My 2-year-old almost 2-year-old just literally sat on that chair and was like watching it. Oh, when we actually got into the movie, you know how you enter a movie and it's dark and then you hear this really bad dun 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 dun. Gosh, it freaked them out. I almost felt, I'm like, it's okay, Jetty, it's okay, Jeremiah, it's okay. Even Jetty got scared, but it was Jeremiah that was the most scared. So we sat down and he kept saying, Mama, it's dark, Mama, it's dark. And I'm like, so I waited for a scene to come up that would brighten the room a little bit, or the theater room a little bit. So I turned him around so he could see that there are other people behind us, so he shouldn't get scared or anything. So we sat down. 30 minutes into it, my youngest on this side was like just chill, just looking. But my oldest would get up and say, Mama, are you okay? Are you okay, Mama? Then he'll go meet Jeremiah. Jeremiah, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, Jetty, sit down. We have like 30 more minutes before this movie's over. But at the end of the day, it made total sense. But I remember getting back home and just debriefing with my husband and things like that. I'm like, my excuse is I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to say, oh, I'm taking my kids out today. Like, growing up to where? Where are you going? Aside from you're going to church and you're going to a prayer event or a night vigil or something. Everything had to revolve around church and prayer. So I was so proud of myself, and it's important that we stop to smell the roses that God had given us. If not, the seasons and time might take that rose away, or take the preciousness of that rose at a certain phase away, and you might not be able to enjoy it. But anyway, yeah, that was my. And when we go to America, Daddy took us to the zoo one time. That's the only time I remember. Those are 2 times in my life that my dad said, "Oh, let's go out, have fun." Well, aside from maybe after church that we would go to eat. Yeah, I can actually count how many times that happened as well. But like, go experience life, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to share that. So if being, of course, I'm Nigerian. Sometimes, depending on your background growing up, you might not get a chance to experience this extraness that you're probably exposed to now, and you're just in that phase where you start asking yourself, so how am I even supposed to do this? And just go for it. Be spontaneous about it. Don't be like my husband. Anyway, but be spontaneous about it. Just get up and go. Take them out, and don't feel like because you don't know how to do it, or because your parent didn't do that with you, that you don't know how to do it. Because for me, that was that's my excuse always. Growing up, I didn't do that. So now I'm struggling with how to do it, which is actually true. But it's something I have to learn and be better at. But anyway, like I said, welcome to my YouTube channel again. I'm just gonna make it a mini diary session for this real life event. But you don't have to subscribe. I hate it when I click on a YouTube link and it's like, subscribe to my channel. No, I do not. I just want to listen to this tiny bit of 1 second information that I need from you, and then I can move on to the next thing. Because if I really want to subscribe, I will. I don't need you to remind me of that every minute. So please do not subscribe if you don't want to. Just go about your day and be nice. Anyway, I wish you the best. Have a great day.